one message and inquiry from an anonymous student. Okay. So, good afternoon, Mayor Isko. I'm a proud Manileño through and through. I was raised and born here in Manila. Perhaps the whole country have a question, and it's been on my mind just as well. I'm speaking for myself here. Kayo po ba ay tatakbo sa pagkapangulo ngayon darating na 2022? Salamat po.
Okay. And I've been answering this for quite some time. And as future leaders who are our guests, I mean, like viewers right now, students, no? You can be leaders of your field of undertaking. You can be in politics and be president also. You can be doctors and nurses. And I know for a fact that all of you will have a better future. Just to be fair with you, lahat kaming mga politiko, the moment sinausaw namin ng paa namin, no, sa putik ng politika or sa kalsada ng politika, lahat kami at the back of our mind is to get to the highest position. It's like a career. Like you guys who are watching right now. Yeah? Meron din kayong pangarap. Lawyers wanted to be a chief justice. Doctors want to be directors of hospitals. Or the best in a particular field in medicine. Yeah? You always aim for the number one. So I think kami rin mga politiko na sa likod ng isipan namin. And just to be fair with you, and I'm one of those, no? It is ano yan, nasa, anong tawag yan? Subconscious. Why? Why is it in subconscious but hindi naman sa present, like, hindi na lang sabihin kung sabihin. Unang-una, sa totoo lang, ang dami ko nakikita ngayong mga post-post yan. I think it's quite unfair for you to listen to politicians' dream with regard to their personal growth. Unfair, mukhang unfair lang sa inyo. Kasi what you should be hearing, well, at the very least, hope. And hope turns into action. Actions give results. I think yun ang dapat nyong marinig. Dapat na makita. When I say dapat, it's a requirement from us who's managing it. Kaya I tend to not to really focus on that and utilize all my energies. Salamat sa Diyos. Bigyan sana ako lakas ng pangangatawan. All ideas that I have learned, thanks to my professor, my teachers, were very patient on me, especially nung masama pa ako mag-English, napakasama ako mag-grammar. Matyaga yung mga teacher ko nagtuturo sa akin. And, things that I have read, yun ay ginagamit ko muna ngayon para labanan yung pandemya. Yes, it's true. Yorme naman. Sagutin mo naman ang diretso. 9 na buwan na lang. Magkakaalaman na. Then, let me answer that in the right time. Vaccination is the solution for this nation. And we, all of us should focus on how to protect you with this virus. And so far, PPE is the only protections that we have. And there is another available protection, which is the vaccine. So ako talaga nanggigigil na tusukin yung mga balikat na o mga braso natin to other people, to those people who answered the surveys and making me as an option or alternative But there is time for that. I will confront it. I will not, hindi ko gagawin yung, alam mo yung, kunwari ayaw, pero gusto. Nabili na yun eh. Yung, hindi ko kayo ilalagay sa waiting game. We have to be decisive with our decision. Kailangan, oo, hindi. Because I think the next leaders of this country should be facing, if I may borrow, the statement of Senator Ping Lacson, 17% will go to jobless, going to be jobless. 30% of our population will go to hunger. That's why, if I'm not asking too much, tingnan po ninyo mga kababayan, kung meron man taga Maynila dito, nilusad ko na yung ginawa nating plano noong Disyembre for the year 2021, yung COVID-19 FSP. Banking that there will be inflation, banking that food prices will go higher based on theories and academic background that I have received in the past, assessing things. Oh, now it's true. O, kita nyo, dati pag bumili ka ng baboy, kumain ka ng baboy, ma-high blood ka. Ngayon, bibili ka pa lang, na-high blood ka na. Nakita natin, ang sama. That's why the FSP was launched today. Oh, FEU students, I'm sharing you now. Check our Facebook. We've launched it today that yung FSP's Food Security Program, yung maibsan lang yung cost of living with regard to basic needs ng bawat pamilya sa Maynila. 690,000 more or less every month will receive something. And hopefully we can stretch it up to 6 months para lang yung value ng pera ninyo na konti na lang nabibili, yung iba doon pinuna ng gobyerno ng Maynila. So you can check now, District 1 is receiving it. Maybe tomorrow, District 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're trying to address in less than 2 weeks of February, about 690,000 families in the city of Manila. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman, walang middle class. Lahat yayakapin ng Manila. So, my point saying that is, if there are stated facts and there are assessment already about what's going to happen in the next few months, maybe a year or two, then yung leader na pipiliin natin ay hindi pwedeng magagalit-galitin. Hindi pwedeng matatampu-tampuhin. Hindi po pwedeng may tantrums. No? Hindi pwedeng divisive. This is not about language. This is about humanity. This is about people, real lives. This is not about regions. This is not about islands. This is about Filipinos. And there's 110 million of them in the Philippines and all over the world. So it's a great challenge to anybody. Now, wala tayong mapipiling. Wala tayong mapipili na sapat. Na, including me. I don't have all the answers in all this existing, continuing, and incoming challenges of our country and fellow Filipinos. Okay. But one thing for sure, I don't like leaders who are divisive, with all honesty. Because, ewan ko, tingnan nyo sa tanong nyo sa mga estudyante nyo ngayon. No, nagugulat din ako. Doon, gusto ko lang tumawa doon eh. Dami yung napapatawa sa akin doon eh. So the point is, it's an idea in our mind, all of us. But I'm giving you, whether I am going to heed the call of the people or not and stay in Manila, but I'm giving you now premise, at least a generic guidelines. No, na ano Ano ang challenges natin ngayon? And what type of leaders that address this situation? Hindi lang sa kalidad ng kanyang karunungan o profesyon. Kailangan naunawaan niya yung tao. Kailangan connected sa tao. At hindi nag-alienate. I don't like it. I really don't like those person who alienate. So, if I'm going, let's move forward. No? Let's move forward. Let's just hypothetically, we'll do that kind of policy. Inclusive lang. Sama-sama. Nobody will be left behind. Not on the basis of your language, not on the basis of your tribe, not the basis of your religion. You are all Filipino. We are all Filipinos. And let me remind you, lalo na yung mga estudyante ngayon, nobody came to us. Pansinin nyo, walang nagpunta sa atin. Tayo, nagkita sa finals sa pandemyang ito. Can we blame our allies? Can we blame our other countries? No, we cannot. We cannot. We have to be fair with them. They have also challenges. That's why they call it pandemic. It's a worldwide challenge. No? That's why tayo nagkita sa finals. Tapos may kulay-kulay ang buhay natin. Pwede naman itabi yun. We have to be inclusive. Tabi-tabi muna yun. Ano muna tayo? Filipino, kapwa Filipino. It is not a motherhood statement. It's a gentle reminder that our forefathers said. Ulitin ko lang ha. Ito'y ine-echo ko lang. This is not my idea. No. Diba? Sabi ng mga ninuno natin, pag malasakitan natin ang kapwa natin. Then, because of this pandemic, napakita sa atin, walang dumating. Tayo nagkita sa finals. Then we should start understanding and respecting one another. We should not be divisive because we live in one island and we don't like the other islands. No. In fact, by its very nature, Philippines is an archipelagic country. We are being divided by nature, so we should not divide ourselves in hearts and mind. Yeah? We must, and I encourage each and every one of you, let's create an orchestra composed of different instruments, playing one music in synchrony. And that's what kind of leaders that we need nowadays. Without hate, without biases. Welcome to listen to different kinds of political colors and can put different political views and put it in the table and let them sit and talk about it and set aside it and move on and focus on tasks at hand. And again, I think if there will be economists who are watching this or who understand economics, 4.2 inflation from regular 3+ inflation makes a lot of difference. To put it in layman's term, tingnan nyo ang presyo. Nagkaka-leche-leche. Diba? All the things, no? O other policies, sabi ko, ang dami nang ini-introduce sa mga policy ngayon. Pwede namang itabi muna yung mga belt na yan. Ano? Let's just focus on something. But I cannot blame them. That's their role and maybe go. But that's why I want you to come together, put it in sidelines. We must pick a leader who can work with, ito, importante, with different political views and political colors. Because politics is the art of creating concession. That is the art. Concessions that will benefit the general welfare of our people. Yun yung art. And you cannot do that if you have prejudice and alienating based on language, tribes, and political views. Hindi ako naniniwala. Yan yung aking take dyan. Pero huwag kayo mainip. Meron namang panahon para dyan. I will think it over and over and over. But for now, I swear to God, thank you. Akalain nyo, basurero lang ako. Yung maging mayor lang ako, ang laki ng blessing. Not every garbage collector, literally, from the gutter, slum, na maging mayor. Tapos ngayon kinukonsider ninyo ako. Salamat sa inyo. I'm really grateful. I will tell this to my children someday, that I was once considered by the people. Whether I will say yes or no, that's a matter of time. And that's going to be sooner. Of course, it's going to be sooner. But for the meantime, I will tell them, I was considered blah, 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 and so on and so on. That's why, let me thank you personally. Don't lose hope. May awa ang Diyos. This is not an easy decision that I'm going to make, because your life, it's at stake in the coming months, years, and the next 6 years of our life.
Thank you very much for the colorful discussion, Mayor Isko.